Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the FireStorm Podcast. We're back this week with another album review. I know we've been doing a lot of these, but they're not going to stop anytime soon. Sorry, not sorry, but today
there's just so much good music coming out.
Much good music. But this week we are going to be reviewing Ninja Sex Party's new album called The Prophecy. So we're recording this on the 20th of October. So as of today, it's come out 4 days ago. I think it was like last Friday it came out, the 16th. So we're a few days late, unfortunately. But now that we've got to it, I'm very excited to have a listen to this, because Ninja Sex Party, I don't know how you're on the internet and you've never heard a Ninja Sex Party song, but if you haven't, then they're an incredible experience and a primary inspiration for our dick jokes on Twitter.
Yes,
and not just aside from just their incredible music, they're also just hilarious. Like, it's one of those comedy bands that is just also that's hilarious for one, and also makes incredible music. So There you go.
Yes, I've known Ninja Sex Party. I haven't been into them as long as a lot of other people, but everything I've heard from them, I've enjoyed immensely. So I am very excited for the new album. Probably going to be the first album I hear in full, so that'll be interesting. But yes, I'm really excited. This seems pretty good. You're
definitely missing out, because some of these really short interludes are actually kind of funny. I really like. There's one on Cool Patrol. Ninja Brian goes to soccer practice. It's it's so stupid. But yeah, a lot of them are actually pretty funny. So we are going to be listening to all the interludes in the intro and outro. Not like there's a lot to go there, but they usually are fairly interesting, or they have some kind of substance. They intro and outro the album, so that's pretty much all you need.
I feel like with the interludes and the intro and outro, we can just keep going with them until the next song, rather than pausing between them. So when we get up to say the Wishing Bear, we'll go from the Wishing Bear on to I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay,
yeah,
that sounds good.
And same here. So we're about to be in for a 13-minute ride in total with intro, and the Mystic Crystal.
Yeah. So if you haven't heard the Mystic Crystal, they released the audio for it a while back. I've heard it once, but I haven't heard it since then. I haven't heard it since the original release date, so it's been a long time. But they're in the process. They made Ninja Sex Party doesn't usually do fan funding stuff, but they made a pin that you can buy, and buying the pin helped fund the music video for the Mystic Crystal, which is going to be absolutely insane. So everyone, we should all look forward to that video when it comes out, because it's going to be wild.
Where can you buy this pin?
You can't buy it anymore because it funded. They already funded it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, so they fund that. The only reason they were selling it is so that they could fund the video, but it got funded quickly.
Nice.
So yeah, I almost bought one, but they were actually a bit more on the expensive side than I was willing to shell out for a pin. So, although other than just supporting my favorite creators, but I knew they were gonna do it. It's Ninja Sex Party, everyone loves them, and for good reason. So, if you haven't, their first few albums were great, but Cool Patrol musically was a step up, because they got Twerp as their session musicians to play guitar and all this other crap, do some actual drums, instead of just your basic drum, electronic drum kits and synths that they were doing up until this point. So Twerp was also on this album. So musically, you can expect in much higher quality. If you haven't heard them since Attitude City or whatever, there's musically and mix wise, their music has stepped up significantly. So
nice.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So I guess we'll go ahead and start on this 13-minute ride, huh?
All right, let's get into this. And also, if you want to listen to it yourself, listen along with us.
Obviously, we can't have the songs in the video for copyright reasons. So
yeah, so we will count down whenever we play the song, and you can listen along with us on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Google Play, wherever it is released. Support Ninja Sex Party, and let's get going.
Let's get this started. So we're gonna play. So obviously, ideally we're both listening on Spotify. So ideally, listen along on Spotify or something similar, because we're going to transition straight from the first track into the second track, without stopping. So we are playing the first two songs, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, they're going all in.
Yep.
Damn. Shade.
Nice.
I love you too, Danny. I'm gonna suck your dick, bro. Oh.
Yes.
Ninja Brian has penis disease?
His voice is great.
I love Danny. I just love Danny. I would literally suck him off.
Alright,
Unrelated.
Here we go. The Mystic
Here we
Crystal.
Alright, this is 11 minutes and 54 seconds long.
Oof.
Everybody bust strap in. Strap the fuck in. Go on, Danny. Literally 10 seconds in. Being the coolest guy ever. This is a straight up classic rock ballad about dinosaur dicks. What else do you want in life, honestly? Nice. Nice. The lyrics are the best part, so we have to listen.
Yeah. As fuck. Nice.
Beautiful. He's just showing off at this point. Is this an anime waiting to happen?
I think it is.
Yeah. Or more like a hentai, I guess.
I would definitely watch Ninja Sex Party hentai on
Oh, absolutely.
Hentai, unironically.
Yes. What? Did they just get shot?
They got sent to a mystic space portal.
Oh, they went in. Oh, cue fingerstyle guitar. Damn. I can get behind that.
Same.
Now it's turning into a Queen song. Imagine this live.
I really want to see the music video for this.
That's why we're glad it got funded.
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't kill people. Okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. Oh, good. Now it's turned into, like, fucking Guns N' Roses or AC/DC or some shit. It's just going through all the classic rock phases. And I'm not complaining. Damn.
Alright, Branda.
How convenient. Damn.
Who needs to write a book when you can just write a song with a fuck ton, like, for 12 minutes long? Like,
Honestly, this is. I'll talk more about this after, but this is a polished 6969. I'd fuck that. This is definitely another classic rock band that I just can't think of the name of.
I can't think of it either.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, he is?
Nice.
Effective. Oh. Back to full circle here.
I'm struggling with words to say because this is just all a fucking like it's just really cool. I just don't know what to say.
Sounds like Mario Galaxy music or something. Oh. What else is new? Understandable.
Now you're hitting real.
Yeah. This is Danny Don't You Know levels of real.
Thank you for helping me rock the fuck on.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
Much appreciated. Well,
go for it. That was your first experience with that song, so I'll leave it up to you.
It's hard to describe. Because like it's with Ninja Sex Party, it's hard to take. They can't. It's all. A lot of it's comedy based, and it's really hard to take a lot of. Like when they do get serious, you can like kind of hear that a bit, like just, especially with what they're actually saying. But like, it was funny. It was a good ride. I'm not good with critiquing comedy songs because what more can I say was it sounded good. It was funny. I enjoyed it. Like it's really difficult for me to come up with other things to say because this is just the Ninja Sex Party style that from most other songs which are not covers that I've heard.
Yeah,
like I'm used to this, and this is more of what we're getting. It is a lot more cleaner. It is very, very good, and it was it was a funny story, and it was I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say.
So, for me, I was gonna mention this. There was a song at the very end of Attitude City called 6969, which was very similar. Is like almost 8 minutes long, if I remember correctly. And it was very similar. It told like a drawn out story, but in a different way. It was a more futuristic setting, instead of like this mystic, medieval setting that they're going for here. This Mystic Crystal is incredibly more polished. It's more polished musically. It's more polished lyrically. It's just overall better, just in every way, than 6969. But I definitely feel like there is a certain weakness to songs that are this long, because it can, and this doesn't happen with Mystic Crystal, at least not in my opinion, but it can. I feel like longer songs can sometimes struggle to maintain your attention, and the way the Mystic Crystal adverts that catastrophe is they switch up pretty much everything pretty frequently throughout the song. They switch up the musical style. They switch up like vastly. You know, it went through like 5 or 6 different musical styles throughout the 11, almost 12 minutes it went. It did a lot with that 12 minutes, which is which was fantastic. Like that's why I think it's far more polished. It's like there's very obviously a lot of planning that went into every aspect of this song. The story itself is like fine. I'm not like a huge fan. I'm more of a fan of their like just straight up comedy songs that are just sweet. Like my favorite NSP song is Orgy for One. It's very like focused. The Mystic Crystal doesn't quite hit right with me as much as other NSP songs do, but it's totally like, I don't think I could name another song this long that I would actually care about. And it's not just because it's NSP, it's because it's actually fantastic. I don't think it's necessarily their strongest lyrically, and that's probably because it's 12 minutes long and they had a lot to go through. Nor do I think it's their strongest comedy-wise overall. Like, that goes in with lyrics. It's just, there was a lot of time they bought, and it went through a bunch of stories, and not all of it was funny. Like, they had to tell a narrative first and foremost, which means there's not as much room for comedy. But yeah, you know, I say, yeah, like I didn't enjoy the Mystic Crystals. I did, but it's just like, and there's definitely a place for this kind of song in NSP's discography. It's just not my favorite part of it. But I mean, this is probably going to be the only 12-minute song I ever listened to. So there you go.
Yeah, a lot of what you said is true upon reflection. Like I enjoy Ninja Sex Party for the comedy, and like the few songs that do that can touch on like more serious issues, like Danny, Don't You Know, like they are very, very good and very, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Mystic Crystal was literally just a random story, thrown in with comedy sprinkled in, and
it's funny because like, haha, Ninja Brian killed a guy, but you know, it's an NSP, so they managed to keep that same joke going pretty, like, it's still funny, but, you know, when it takes up most of its time actually telling the story you're supposed to understand, like, there's not as much room for comedy.
Yeah, luckily, it appears to be a one-time thing.
Yeah.
So,
although I'll do like 6969 as well. Not as much as I like the Mystic Crystal, but 6969 is good in its own right. So if you want to hear another song like that.
Well, how long was 6969?
Like almost 8 minutes, I want to say.
Oh, nice.
All
right, interesting.
Oh no, it was 8:30. So there you go. 6969 was 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So
epic.
Yeah. Anyway, now that I think I've said all I need to about the Mystic Crystal, but yeah, I really like it a lot. Like, it's a very good song. Like, it's just because it's not my favorite thing, that doesn't mean it wasn't fantastic. Like, I can so appreciate all of the time and effort that went into making that song. Like, it's ridiculous. So absolutely fair play and fantastic job to all involved on that. And I can't wait to see the video, because the video is what's going to make it for me, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Next up, track 3 is called "It's Bedtime," which could be literally anything. So,
I don't know if it's my mother calling me, telling me it's time to go to bed. I don't know if it's a threat.
Yeah, right. We have no idea.
It's explicit, so
yeah,
I think it's a threat. But
definitely.
Let's see what it's like.
Yeah, so we're playing track 3 in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm just waiting for this to break down.
Explosion. This is more of what I expected.
This is funny. I like this.
It's fucking bedtime.
It's fucking bedtime! This is a music video waiting to happen. Don't worry, it'll work. You just gotta give it more time. I feel like this is gonna end with the child dying. That was funny. That was funny.
This is what we need. I love how clean the rock.
It's fucking bedtime!
Check out my air horn.
Yes. All of my yes. That was so good.
That
was so good.
That was
I
what I was
loved that.
expecting. That was what I was expecting.
That was so good. I love that so much. Oh.
See, this is the thing. I don't know how else to compliment a comedic song like that other than saying that was fucking funny and sounded really cool.
Yeah, so the for me, I've thought about NSP songs for a while, so I have an idea of how I would critique them. This had eating food in the shower energy. So because it was just absolute fucking chaos. But this, honestly, I don't think I've heard an NSP song quite so chaotic. I don't think any of them reached any of, like, you can look at songs like Dragon Slayer or Eating Food in the Shower. Like, none of them quite reached that level of chaos. That was fantastic. The comedy was perfectly timed. The intro, like I said, I was waiting for it to break down, and it took a little longer than I thought to do it. But
and then there's just an explosion.
But yeah, it was perfect. All the timing of all the comedy was fantastic. There's so many, like, all the different sound effects and just all the random shit incorporated was like one thing that I think is important in comedy is to avert your expectations. Because like when we say, like you said earlier, like this is what I was expecting, but there are certain things within that song that I was certainly not expecting. Like when he said something about pirates, that would be like something you weren't necessarily expecting because it has nothing to do with anything. So when you incorporate just absolutely random shit that has nothing to do with anything, that's funny because it's like it's like, whoa, I did not expect to hear that.
This is the argument that some people pose of does random equals funny, and in the right context, yes.
Yes,
so,
it does.
Like, in this song, trying to get a child to sleep with a drill, it fucking is.
Yeah,
it's
like
funny.
some of the clever decisions musically that were made, like the little twinkle, twinkle, little, like that was hilarious. That was so
great.
funny. So yeah, I that was definitely one of the stronger, like, comedic ones, I think, for me. Like, I mean, and just straight up stupid comedic ones, I mean, because like there are a lot of like clever comedic ones that's just stupid, and I loved it.
And I feel like there could have been many ways, like they could have easily like fucked up that type of like a song like that, like with things being mistimed, but everything, all the funny bits like the drill and like, hey, check out my air horn, like, and all that, like they were all timed perfectly, so it just made it funnier.
Yeah, perfect. So, it was all perfect. So that was definitely like, if you want chaotic stupid, that was it right there. That was fantastic.
Hell yeah.
So
that is definitely what my next D&D character's mode is. He's chaotic stupid.
Yeah, chaotic stupid.
Fuck yeah, he just listens to Ninja Sex Party. That's all he does.
It's bedtime. Okay, so
we're gonna listen to the next two tracks.
Yeah, so we're
4
gonna
and
listen
5
to
together.
Yeah, so they're gonna listen to these next two in a row, because the Wishing Bear track 4 is an interlude track. So we're gonna listen to like the 50 seconds it goes, and then we're gonna move immediately on to I don't know what we're talking about, and I haven't for a while. So this was one of the first singles that they released, so I've heard this one. There's a music video for it, which is pretty funny. It's one of NSP's very few songs that does not have explicit lyrics. So
look at that.
Yeah, very very rare occasion here, but I mean there's a couple others, but yeah, so definitely, I know I don't know what we're talking about is definitely a different kind of experience for NSP. Not in the way Mystic Crystal was. It's just, I don't know what we're talking about is just straight up different, it's still cool though. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play this. So we're going to hear the Wishing Bear and then immediately on to track 5. So we're playing in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. Wow. That was dumb. I love it. Enter classic rock ballad here.
This is definitely me on a date.
Yeah, accurate. I felt this. I felt that.
Yep. This is wonderful.
Beautiful.
Pterodactyl named Lamar.
God damn it, Lamar's wife. Give the man some space.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Is this Bohemian Rhapsody?
I think it is. What the fuck?
Not Lamar going to night school.
Been for a while.
Fantastic.
Definitely me on a date. Just leave.
Damn, bro. All right.
Alright.
That was very
That was-
good. That's actually better than I
Yes.
remembered it being. I don't know why. I guess it left a sour taste in my mouth the first time because I was like, this is like musically it was weird, but actually that was great upon listening to it again. Yeah, that's definitely like stronger. Like again, one of their stronger just comedy songs. Like, and you know, I think for a lot of men, very relatable because we're stupid generally.
Yeah, it's just like okay. Here's something I was talking about with a few mates the other day. I found out like it's just like let's summarize men and women. Men are stupid and women are bitches. That's basically the sum of it. And I got agreements from both men and women on that.
Yeah.
So that
that's
song.
accurate.
That song is the perfect epitome of like the male brain in work. Like, it's just like as soon
absolutely.
as he said, I don't know why, but as soon as he said like in the Bohemian Rhapsody bit, as soon as he said penguin in a costume, I was just like relatable.
Yeah.
It's just like what am I thinking about? Penguin in a costume. a pterodactyl named Lamar.
His nursing
his
job's
bi-
on the line.
And his bitchy wife that won't give him some space. Like,
Unbelievable.
yeah, that's definitely one of the better comedy songs they've done because, like, they didn't need to swear. It was just a lot of randomly well-timed jokes. Like, random but well-timed, so...
Yeah, it was good because like the NSP, they do the whole like absolute like chaos thing. It's not obviously it wasn't chaotic as bedtime. It's bedtime, but like just like they do like they understand like the humor, the general humor of people who use the internet, or at least the cool people who use the internet. because this is like just the random and the randomness of it and the way it defies your expectations, like, and it's just completely random shit. Like, I vividly remember going on dates and just daydreaming, not like necessarily daydreaming, but like just thinking about random shit out of nowhere. And it, it doesn't make any sense. But like sometimes when you're like, and even like, especially when I'm drunk or whatever, like I'll just have these like random thoughts that have nothing to do with anything. And that's where NSP's comedy absolutely thrives. Is like not necessarily drunk people, but just the whole defying your expectations and like not saying something you were not expecting them to say. Because the thing about it is, you go into NSP realizing, understanding they're a comedy duo. I've listened to just about every NSP song that they released, and every time they still catch me off guard with the shit they say. And they're like, I'm like, I was not expecting them to say that. And that's why I think their comedy just does so well. They keep just breaking your expectations. And I know I've watched a fair bit of Game Grumps as well. I know Danny's talked about how a lot of the stuff he learned in comedy school, and I believe that was a big part of it. Just saying stuff that people aren't expecting you to say. And I think that's where NSP's, like, how all of their successful comedy, or at least most of it, is like, aside from like the dick jokes, like just saying shit you're not expecting, and it just completely throwing you off your game. Because when I was, if I was to go into this song, do you think I would have guessed that Danny would start singing about a pterodactyl named Lamar? Fuck no. And that's where that's exactly where I think that's why it's so funny. Because like, oh, that is just random, but like a pterodactyl named Lamar, the image is hilarious. It doesn't make any sense. There's no reason it should be funny, but it is, because we're stupid, and it just is funny because of the whole randomness and like how that those things have nothing to do with the song that's happening or anything. That's why it's funny, I think.
It's very weird that, like, in a sense, you feel like a lot of bands could pull this sort of thing off, but for some reason only Ninja Sex Party has done it to this degree and done it this well.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like throwing in random jokes in the middle of a rock song that are really funny and work. Yeah, we could give that a crack. Anyone could do that. And then, no, for some reason, Ninja Sex Party, like, fucking nail it every time. It's just like, the only thing, comedy. I don't know why. It's just Ninja Sex Party's the shit. Like, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Both Danny and Brian are just funny people. Like, they just understand that not only are they funny, but they're both very, very smart. Brian in particular. They're both very smart, and they understand their audience very well, and that's, like, they know exactly what they're doing. And even, that the pterodactyl named Lamar, that's not something, like, when you get your creative juices flowing, a pterodactyl named Lamar is not something you immediately, like, think about. It just, like, you have to, it's a different type of creative juice that not a lot of people have. Just completely going off the rails, and just thinking about the most random shit. And I'm sure Danny excels at that particular thing. But I'm sure Brian does as well. But like I can't imagine only one of them, only Danny writes the lyrics. Like, it's a collaborative effort there. So it's just very funny. So there's no, like, I highly doubt that anyone will be able to do this kind of comedy music to the same degree of success as NSP, just because they've set themselves up absolutely perfectly for this kind of thing. Like, you go in, like, even if you've never heard of them, it's a band called Ninja Sex Party. Like, anything is fair game. So that's why, that's another one of the things I think about them is they're just very, very good at what they do. And But I mean, if that was any indication, like, it's fantastic. Anyway, I want to move on to the next one because I really want to hear this one because I think it's going to be hilarious.
I didn't realize what the title of this was until I read it midway through the previous song, and I was just like, oh fuck, this is gonna be funny.
This is gonna be funny. So I want to move on. Go ahead and move on to the next one. This track 6 is called "Welcome to My Parents' House." I'm sure we've all been here. So,
oh god.
So here we go.
Right.
We are going to play track 6 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh hell yeah! 80s disco? Sign me up. This is funky as hell. Oh,
nice.
This is funky as hell. I love this.
Same.
Yeah, this is Mansion Party, but on a different level. Nice. Parents' house.
Apple, mango, apple, guava, and apple.
Oh, the funk, the funk. I'm loving the funk right now.
My mother buys pizza rolls for me.
Exactly.
This is good funk.
I wish more funk music was like this. Not comedy, but just like the music vibe of this. Oh,
nice. Fuck.
Mom said it's my turn with the Xbox. Oh,
That
I just want to hear more funk music now. Anyway, that was good. That lived up to my expectations. That was good.
yes.
I'm happy with that.
I was not expecting a funky vibe like that.
I wasn't either.
It was.
I'm very
perfect.
happy with it.
I love the What juicy, what we got? Mango, apple, guava, and apple. So many fucking fruits.
Yep.
Fucking hell. So
Literally
you're
just,
right, it's just
telling it how it is. It's great.
No, you're right. It is the most unexpected comedy, but it always lands because you're not expecting this sort of thing from songs. Even though you know it's Ninja Sex Party, you just don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then they pull out shit like that, and you're like, fuck, that was funny.
Yeah.
It just...
And that was almost a different kind of comedy, because while it definitely landed with the unexpected part, a lot of it was just, I fucking know this feeling. Like, at least because I've definitely been here. Not the get nasty part, because I was like 17, but it was, but like I totally know, like, just the awkward feeling of like showing a date around your parents' place. Like, it is unfortunate. And it just, like, you know, all the different juices, and then just a line that's straight up like, wow, so many fucking fruits. Like, my mom buys pizza rolls for me. It's literally just exactly how it is, and then it's just funny because it's stupid. Like, looking back on it, especially as adults, like, wow, we were dumbasses. And that's a lot, like, why this comedy just absolutely just hits right home. And what I love so much about NSP, you know, comedy bands, I don't listen to a lot of comedy bands. In fact, pretty much this and Starbomb are the only ones I actually listen to. But they're basically the same thing. So, what I love about them is I'm sure so many comedy bands, like, don't take their music seriously, but NSP, their music is just as integral to their brand as their funny lyrics. And again, anything is fair game. So that funky vibe, that is fantastic. Like, the way, like, the way they're willing to go and try all these different styles of music, from like these classic rock ballads to this absolute funky 80s disco shit to like the harder rock style of It's Bedtime but it's still being ridiculous. It's just, that's one thing I absolutely adore about NSP, and that was a glaring example of how versatile they are, not just as musicians but as comedians. So that was great. I loved that one.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Let's move along.
Moving along.
Track 7.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking actually is I think we should just listen to the interlude right after this one instead.
I like that idea because the decision part 2 is meant to be a from what you've said, it's meant to be a big deal.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So we're gonna play the next 2 tracks in a row. We're gonna listen to track 7, "Wondering Tonight," which is a regular track, and then track 8, which is called Ninja Brian's Kids album, which is just 20 seconds long. So we're gonna address, probably just after Ninja Brian's Kids album, we'll address "Wondering Tonight." So yeah, that I literally have no clue what this could be about. So, only one way to find out. So, we're playing these next 2 tracks in 3, 2, 1, go. This can only go great places. Oh, unbelievable. Wow. I should have known that's what this was going to be about. Oh my
no.
god.
So this is beautiful, but fuck me. It's so fun.
Whose jizz are you gurgling tonight? Oh, these strings sound so good. God. Jesus. Great. That was, this is fantastic. What a way to end that. Oh. Wow. That escalated quickly.
That escalated very quickly.
So, I was going to say, what I am very much enjoying about this album so far is that everything is different, for the most part. And, you know, it's I guess, like, Cool Patrol, I adore. I love Cool Patrol, but there's a lot of songs that just have, like, the same type of, like, rock vibe in there. Like, there's just a lot of, like, rock songs, and some of them, there's very obviously, like, this use of the same instruments continuously throughout the entire album, with a few exceptions here and there. But in this album, every song is very easily distinguishable, not just lyrically, but also musically. Everything is just different. And Wandering Tonight is completely unlike pretty much anything they've done so far, at least to my knowledge. Because, I mean, obviously, like, I mean, what is funnier than a piano ballad, like a classic rock piano ballad, but talking about snarfing on schnoozles, snarfing on meat rods, like
gurgling
cum, like, that is funny. Like, that should be obvious, but it's so funny.
This is the fucked thing. If I love the variety that we've been presented with in this album.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you could so easily remove those jokes and keep the tone going the way it was, and that could be a mainstream hit.
Oh yeah.
Like, and even then, if the world didn't take itself so seriously, that could still be a mainstream hit. It was that well produced and sounded that great. And then you add in jokes about whose fuck rod are you jerking off tonight?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking great.
Yeah, it's funny. So that's what I'm really liking about this album so far. I want to say it's like, if this keeps up, then, like, with these next two songs that I haven't heard, this will probably be their strongest album just musically overall. But there's so much to like here. Like, just with that, like, it's definitely just well written overall, but also, like, it should have been, it's like, it's almost so obvious that you just wouldn't think of it. Like, a stupid love song about snarfing, whatever, like, sucking someone off. Like, that is
wondering who your ex is boning.
Yeah, exactly. it's like it's so good. But like the way they went about it was fantastic. So I literally have nothing to complain about with that. Like that was a great approach to that style of song as well. Like because the ones that kind of open with like something that kind of seems normal and then it just breaks down into penis jokes. Those are the best songs, absolutely. And that pulled that off beautifully. So that was fantastic. So I have nothing to really complain about with that one. That was just great. I loved that. So the next track is called The Decision Part 2, 10 Years Later. One of the first music videos, I have to burp. One of the first music videos NSP ever put out was called The Decision, which was basically like, it was their little sad, pianos and synths and Danny singing. Like it was that kind of song, but it was the whole idea was Danny and Brian asking a girl who she'd rather sleep with out of the two of them. And there was never a definitive answer. And so the joke here is that they're coming back literally 10 years later to ask the same girl again. And there's a music video for this, and it's literally the exact same girl who was in the first music video. So it's crazy. But this is just a great song as well, because it's not just a great song overall, but it represents how far they've come as a unit, as a band. Like if you just compare the two songs in question. So yeah, you ready for this?
I am ready for this.
All right,
I am ready.
Let's do it.
For the decision part 2.
Let's do it. So we're playing track 9 in 3, 2, 1, go. See, this sounds like what they sounded like in 2009 or 2010 or whatever. Listen to how good that sounds.
It sounds so good.
Oh, I forgot this references a bunch of their other songs. So this is like their 10-year anniversary song, basically. I felt that.
Yeah. This sounds so good.
Yeah, right?
Oh, nice. The Danny Don't You Know reference.
Like half the lines have been references to their other songs.
Nice.
Yeah. There you go. That is beautiful.
The instrumental alone sounded fucking epic.
Yeah.
But then the whole song being mostly references to the past 10 years worth of music is just really, really good. It's just really something. It's just really nice.
Yeah, isn't it?
It was good.
Yeah, so that didn't need to be much more than it was. I get most of those references. I haven't listened to all of them, but I've like explored their discography, I guess. So like stuff like I Just Want to Dance, going to 6969, they referenced Heart Boners and No Reason Boners, both of which were previous songs of theirs. They referenced the song Road Trip, etc., etc. Like the list goes on and on. So yeah, that I don't really have to say much about that one. That was just exactly what it was. It was just 10-year anniversary thing. Very sweet. So yeah, that was cool. And plus that one just instrumental wise sounds amazing, like you said. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Track number 10 is called Do Math With You.
I can imagine how this is gonna go. I feel like I have a feeling how this is gonna go.
All right. So, well, let's find out. So we are playing track 10 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh hell yeah.
Yes. Ooh, I like this. Nice.
Oh.
No.
Oh my god. Huh.
This is definitely what I expected.
Huh.
Damn.
Jeez. This, oh.
Oof.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is everything I wanted and more, because it's now got a jazz solo. Fuck yes.
Oh my god. I can't believe that this is real.
He fucked it up. He fucked up the jazz solo.
Of course. Oh. That's one thing. Nice half-step key change.
Pie.
Yeah. He's still going. That was definitely improvised.
Only Ninja Sex Party can implement the entirety of Pie into a song.
Pie doesn't have an entirety. Pie is infinite. But I get your idea.
They can include as much of it as they fucking can into a song and it work thematically.
Yep.
It
1, 2, 6, 5, 9. Like no one else could do that. No. And I like
see. Again, I want to say, like the previous song, they could so easily take this sort of style and sell it to the mainstream media and get a fuck ton of attention and money. But instead, they're like, no, we enjoy this type of music, but we also like making dick jokes, and we're going to combine them together. And that's just been Ninja Sex Party's fucking world for the past 10 years, and I don't fucking blame them. This is awesome. There's
definitely a marketing ploy to that, because there's a million other people who will do these jazz solos, whatever, but there's no market for good music with dick jokes. That's where Ninja Sex Party comes in, because there is absolutely a market for people like us who want to listen to good music that has dick jokes in it. And that's where NSP comes in, because they're their own market. You know, anyone can make a decent jazz song, but not anyone can pull off this kind of comedy. The way they time it, the way they write it. This is only NSP can pull this off, and that's where like they're the only people that do what they do, and they do it so well. So that's why I think they don't go mainstream, because they don't need to. They already found their market, and they already are wildly successful. They sold out an entire fucking arena, quickly, I might add. So they don't need to go mainstream by any means. They're more than
absolutely not.
They are vibing so hard, and who can blame them?
If they ever wanted to, they could very easily do it with how good of musicians they are. They could very easily do it, but they found their niche, they found their genre, and they are sticking to their guns. And
anyone can write a popular song. And plus, I don't even know if that's not even what's popular these days. People want to listen to like fucking Meek Mill and Post Malone or whatever the fucking no one wants. The popular kids don't listen to this fucking music. The popular kids don't listen to music. They listen to trash. So this would probably go above their heads. Anyway.
Yeah, no, the popular music nowadays is typically just shitting in a trash can and throwing it at an audience and being like, "Hey, look, that's music."
Yeah.
But
exactly. This is real shit.
This is
with
the real
dick jokes
shit.
as a plus.
Yes.
So, I mean, and that, like I said, it just adds to what I was saying earlier. Like, the diversity and versatility they show here in this album is, it's so good. Like, it's just fantastic. Like, all around, this is, if I haven't heard Thunder and Lightning, but if this is as good as everyone has said it is, then this will probably round out their strongest album musically, I think, in my opinion.
Now, I feel like we should listen to Thunder and Lightning and the outro together.
Yes, I agree. I'll remember.
So
this
this is gonna be the very, very last, technically the last one. Track 11, Thunder and Lightning, and track 12, Outro Prophecy. Yeah. So
we'll play both of those.
I hope you're all ready. I hope you've all enjoyed it so far. Let us know what your favorite song has been. And let's
play this last track. So we're playing track 11 in 3, 2, 1, go. This is about Danny's ball sack, by the way. Apparently.
Oh, now
about his testicles.
Oof.
This is
Nice.
exactly what this album needed.
Damn.
This is good. This is just an AC/DC song. It's fantastic.
This is wonderful. I bought them a little unitard and a cape.
Electrically charged testicles. That was a good line.
Oof.
That was good. Oh yeah.
That was amazing.
Fantastic.
Now outro time.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We
Ninja
are now
Brian.
in the League of
Appreciate it.
Champions. Thank you.
We've done it. We've done it, lads.
Fantastic. All right. So
That was fucking amazing.
that was great.
Like,
That was exactly what I think they needed to round that out. I think
I agree.
I was expecting something a little bit different, although in retrospect, having balls that were electrically charged by lightning is what I should have expected. But nevertheless, that was musically, I think, the right way to round the album out. Definitely something I was expecting a little bit more from the lyrics, I think, but that's just because I think, like, I thought it was going to be longer. I guess I didn't notice it was less than 3 minutes before this, but given that it was less than 3 minutes, that was fantastic. I just really enjoyed that song overall, not just lyrically, but like literally, like I said, it's a modern day AC/DC song. It sounds better than any AC/DC song you'll ever hear, because mix and master wise, but just. Plus, Danny's just better than everyone at singing. But, that was fantastic. That was the right way to end off the album, on a more lighthearted note. Nothing too crazy, just straight up chaotic fun. Something stupid like getting your balls infused with the power of lightning. Like, that was good. I just really liked the way that choice to end the album with that one. Probably not what I would have gone for personally, but given that it is the end of the album, like I can't complain. Like, that was not at all a bad choice to end the album. That was it was actually a great choice. Just given everything we'd been through up through this point, something lighthearted and fun like that was exactly what the doctor ordered. So that was very good. And plus the song just overall, it hit the right notes. Comedy wise, I think it just, again, it was kind of told a story which takes away from the comedy a bit, but overall, I mean,
there was enough nut puns to make up for it.
Like, you know, the image of balls infused with lightning was good enough for me. So
comparing that to like things you've said before, whereas like this album is much more diverse compared to a few previous albums. Yeah. I see that, and I completely agree. And I think rounding it off with a more familiar type of rock tune that people are used to hearing from Ninja Sex Party, I think that was the perfect way to end it. And like, it was fast paced. You didn't need. It was fast paced. There was enough jokes to keep it hilarious consistently.
Yep.
And I was into it the entire way through. Thought it was hilarious, and yeah, I cannot complain. I thought it was fucking great. Yeah. I think that's the song I want to use as the clip, because that was fucking amazing. And like, Jesus Christ, Danny can fucking go.
Yes.
His vocals are amazing. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
He's only gotten better as well. Like, I thought he was good in Cool Patrol, but it's almost like he's gotten infinitely better since then. Like, it's just crazy. Like, because Cool Patrol didn't like test the limits of his vocals like this album did. So I think I don't really have much more to say overall about the entire album, other than what I've already said, is that it's by far, I think, it's definitely by far their most diverse, and it shows off their versatility very well, but it's also, I think, their strongest musically. I don't know so much about comedy, but there was definitely some highlights in there comedy-wise, at least for me. It's Bedtime, Welcome to My Parents' House, Wondering Tonight. There's definitely some highlights in there comedy-wise. I don't know if it's their strongest, because I think Cool Patrol was probably a little stronger for me in as far as the comedy goes. But like, that was the diversity of it is absolutely unbeat. Like, cannot be beat among their other 4 original albums. Like the musical diversity shown off here, because I mean, it didn't like. Also, Cool Patrol just has more songs in it, which helps it. But because that one totaled to only 8 full songs with 4 just interludes or including the intros and outros or whatever. Like, so there wasn't as much comedy, but just given what we got, like, that was so strong, just all around. So I definitely, I think it's overall probably their strongest album, but like, in certain aspects, like, I would say, like, I think the musicality of it just like the diverse musicality, Danny's incredible vocals throughout the whole thing, like all the different genres they took on, and just how beautifully planned and like produced and created it was, written everything was. Like, there was not a singular dud at all, like not even anything even close to a dud on this album. Like, they were all fantastic and unique in their own right. Like, it's that was so good. Definitely there. The more I think about it, the more I think it's definitely their best album, even though it only amounts to 8 full songs. I mean, the Mystic Crystal practically amounts to 4 by itself. So, but yeah, like that was, I mean, I haven't heard their first 2 original albums. I haven't heard in their entirety. I've heard Attitude City in its entirety, and I've heard Cool Patrol in its entirety. But this one, I feel like, is definitely stronger than both of those overall. So, I mean, I think Danny Don't You Know is probably still their best song, but I think as far as this complete album goes, that this is just incredible. Like,
yeah.
So
definitely want to go back and have a listen to their older albums now. I'm more tempted than ever to check out all their discography. My favorites were probably It's Bedtime, I Don't Know What We're Talking About, and I Haven't for a While, and Thunder and Lightning. Welcome to My Parents' House and like Wandering Tonight. Like, you're right. The Mystic Crystal was probably my least favorite, just because of how like it was interesting to hear the diversity in that single song. Yeah. But the long going story isn't something that I would sit around for normally. But like everything else, It's Bedtime, I Don't Know what we're talking about, and I Haven't for a While, Welcome to My Parents' House, Wandering Tonight, The Decision, even The Decision Part 2, and Do Math With You in Thunder and Lightning. I would listen to all of those consistently. Yeah. It's just so fucking good.
Yeah, that's I do like I said, I do think Cool Patrol was probably stronger in the overall comedy department, but just the creative direction they took, like, well, it's not even, the thing was, it's not a singular creative direction. It was quite a few creative directions that they took, not just musically but also lyrically, that they hadn't really even explored before. Like, you feel like when you think about it, there's got to be a certain limit to where dick jokes aren't funny anymore. But no, every time they manage to come up with these songs where in the context of the song the dick jokes are funny.
I'm insulted to think that there is a limit to how, like, if dick jokes can stop being funny.
I mean, like,
I'm insulted that there's even a possibility of that thought.
Well,
there's always a way to make dick jokes.
Well, I
funny.
mean, I agree, but that doesn't mean that other people don't think that, because there's surely a point where, like, you think about it and it's like, well, how many songs can you make? How many songs about all these crazy unicorn dicks, whatever, before it's just like, okay, I get it, it's dicks. But the way they go about writing their songs and their lyrics and shit, it's like, sorry I'm breaking FireStorm character and saying dick jokes may not be funny, but that's just how it is. Like, it's like, I can't praise Ninja Sex Party's comedic writing enough. Like, the way they've gone about this album in particular, it stands out amongst its other peers, like, by a long shot. Like, there's a fair amount of diversity in Cool Patrol, but it's mostly fairly one note with, like, the classic rock kind of style stuff, with a few exceptions like Heart Boner and Mansion Party and Courtship of the Mermaid. But those are pretty much the only exceptions to that. Like, it's all just the rock style. But there's so many different things happening, and I just can't praise what they've done here enough as a fellow musician, I guess. And the way they take their comedy, they're keeping their brand of comedy, but taking it in different directions to not only catch you off guard, which I have mentioned multiple times throughout this review, catch you off guard to make it funny, but also just to create new context to where they can maintain their brand of comedy, but still create new scenarios to keep their brand of comedy funny, but also be like, yeah, this is definitely Ninja Sex Party. Like, it's very easy to tell. Despite how varied the music was, the styles they did, just everything happening here. Again, I think I'm with you. The Mystic Crystal is probably my least favorite on here, aside from the interludes or whatever, but that's only because it's just so long. Like, I wouldn't casually listen to a 12-minute song.
No.
So, but other than that, like, I genuinely, I don't think I can praise this album high enough at the moment, just having listened to it for the first time. But again, I think the parts with, I think the Mystic Crystal holds it back slightly as far as the comedy part goes, which is why I'm pretty sure I think Cool Patrol is stronger comedically, but that shouldn't be you shouldn't hold that against the other songs on this album, which are all fantastic. Not to say that Mystic Crystal isn't fantastic, but it's fantastic. But it's like in its own world. The other ones are just amazing. So there you go. That's pretty much all my thoughts on this so far. I would need to think about it or listen to it again or whatever to fully complete my thoughts.
Yeah.
But, I'm stupid.
It's alright, we're both stupid, and we have enjoyed this stupid album to the highest degree.
Yep.
So, we hope you enjoyed it as well,
the
lovely people. Thank you so much for listening along with us. We hope you enjoyed our reactions, and we hope that Ninja Sex Party's album was just as pleasurable for you as it was for us.
I masturbated the whole time.
I was endlessly jerking off, and it was so good. So, next week, we're going to be reviewing Nate Wants to Battle's new album, What You Want. That's going to be very exciting. And we hope you stick around for that, another album review. And check out our others as well. Playlist will be in the end card. If you have any questions or suggestions, leave them in the comments down below or email us at firestormproductions2@gmail.com. If you want to share with us your best dick jokes or follow us for dick jokes, then follow us at Firestorm Pod on Twitter. Also check out Ninja Sex Party because we retweet a lot of the dick jokes because they're amazing.
Fantastic.
Because they are our inspiration.
But they really are.
So we hope they become yours as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good
Penis.
one. Dicks.
All right.
Big, long dicks.
I don't have one of those.
Nothing.
I have a small, skinny. What's up? It's your boy, Skinny Penis. That's me.
What's up? It's your boy Long Dick. Daddy Long Dick.
Daddy Long Dick?
He's coming to Daddy Long Dick.
That sounds unfortunate.
Fuck having like 8 legs. I'd rather have a big penis.
So would I, but such is life.
Yep, such is life.
You don't have a big penis. You're stuck with a small one.
How dare you know the length of my penis?
Hey, I'm saying from personal experience, okay? I have a small penis. I get to 1.5 inches on a good day.
I'm sorry to hear this.
Yep.
Goodbye.
It's just how it is.
Goodbye, everyone.